This truck Mercedes Actros 4440 is having problem on gear shifter lever. Check the movement of the gear lever. If you shift the gear lever to rear, and from rear will shift to neutral. No problem, it is in normal position. But when you shift the lever going front, the gear lever is already shifted on front gear, and that is a normal position. But again you can push the lever going front. And that is not the normal. To diagnose the problem, first step is to open the rubber cover to check the gear lever. This is the cause of problem. Lever piston ball joint is disconnected from gear lever. Now, we need to pull out the gear shifting lever actuator. To make it easy, just loose the 4 bolt to release the pipeline from the clamp. Disconnect the pressure sensor socket. And disconnect the pipe fittings. Sometime, this trouble is happen when the plastic joint holder is worn out. Some cause is when you have a problem on your air system for gear. You may have a very hard gear lever to shift on gear. Then you will break your gear lever actuator. Now we will proceed to replace by new gear lever actuator. Before pushing up the lever actuator, insert the 3 pipe on front side. Check the alignment and tight the fittings. Insert the lever and prepare for the bleeding procedure. This charging hose is connected into gear shifting cylinder and into high and low shifting cylinder. This is a gear shifting cylinder mounted on upper right side of the transmission. Connect the bleeding machine charging hose to bleeding nipple screw. Slightly open the bleeding screw at least 2 rotation to let the oil to enter inside the cylinder, and open front screw to let the oil flow on front side of the cylinder. This is the high and low shifting cylinder. Connect the charging hose to cylinder nipple screw. Open the bleed plug at least 2 rotations. Now open the bleeding nipple screw. This charging hose is using T-joint, and both end of the hose is connected into high and low shifting cylinder and into gear shifting cylinder. Check the level of the oil. Lower level it may chance to suck air when bleeding procedures start. In front of the engine, connect the return hose into air breather of the shifting lever. On the end of the hose, it must be connected into the canister. Now you can power on the bleeding machine device. Adjust the bleeding machine pressure to 3 bar. If the gear lever is in neutral position, the flow of the oil will stop, and the oil pressure is going high. To let the oil will flow, and to release the air inside the pipe, push the gear lever going front and hold. Wait till the oil will flow on return hose. While pushing the gear lever on front, this is how the oil will flow inside the pipe. Wait till no more bubbles inside the hose. When no more bubbles inside the hose, now shift the gear lever to rear and hold. Wait till the oil will flow on return hose. While pushing the gear on rear, this is how the oil flow inside the pipe. If no more bubbles inside the hose, now shift the gear lever to high and hold. Wait till the oil will flow on return hose. While holding the gear lever to high, this is how the oil flow inside the pipe. Wait till no more bubbles inside the pipe. Now shift the gear lever to low and hold. While holding the gear lever to low, this is how the oil flow inside the pipe. As we seen in the animation video, all pipeline is filled with oil. And it shows that the bleeding procedure was done. Now put the gear lever at the center. Wait till oil pressure build up to 3 bar. Remember to hold the pressure inside the pipe. Make sure to maintain the pressure inside the pipe while closing all the bleeding nipple screws. After closing all the nipple bleeding screws, now disconnect the charging hose. After disconnecting the charging hose, then you can off the bleeding machine device. This animation video for bleeding procedure is to show that when you push the gear lever to front, you will bleed the rear pipelines. And when you push the gear to rear, you will bleed the front gear pipelines. And when you push the gear lever to high, you will bleed the low gear pipelines. Next is when you push the gear lever to low, then you will bleed the pipeline for high. Hope this video will help. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.